Hi everyone and welcome to delivery day. Now the customer was going to be coming down, he's now not, so I've got a recovery truck arriving that's going to have, we're going to put it on a recovery truck for our customer. Now what I just need to do before delivery is just to make sure everything is good with the car. So I have just put the another seal on the other side, so it's got two brand new seals on the door to stop any leaking. I've also got all of these, and these are the little instruction manuals you get for each individual piece. So we've got the spectrum analyzer, the SID, we've got the time circuit controls, we also have the TFC switch, and we have the flux capacitor wiring. What's quite handy about these is it explains, well, one, things like the main controller and how everything gets wired in. It tells you all the little speedometer drive sections that you've got, how it works with the plutonium dials, and a few other bits. So they're really handy. And also, if he needs to troubleshoot anything, he's got those that he can give to someone nearby or call me to come up. I've got his number plates, which I'll just be putting in the vehicle because we're not going to be putting them on the vehicle yet. And then I also have just two very small bits. It's just a little bit of information and functions for the LED controller, which is for the flux capacitor LEDs. And then we've got this, which is the intelligent remote kill switch that I installed, and a little bit of detail about how, maintenance on that. I think it has a 4-minute reset, so after 4 minutes it will cut itself off, and then you can turn it on if you need to. Anyway, so that's a little booklet that's got all those sections in and his number plate. So we'll be putting those in the bonnet probably, or behind the driver's seat, or even on the passenger seat, to be honest. What I did want to do before it goes is I'm going to cut a little bit of perforated metal, and this is actually going to go underneath the engine lid on our two big openings. So under our vents, we've just got two big openings. So I'm actually going to cut two pieces, drill some holes, and actually bolt them underneath so that it stops any detritus or anything falling in and getting into the engine bay. It will still let enough heat out, but what it will do is it will stop things falling in or getting lost. So I'll be doing that today. And any other little bits, I'm still waiting for, I had a very generous person on the builders group send me some little end pieces for a pipe that I'm missing on the far left of the flux capacitor. They have not arrived yet, so once that's arrived, I'll put that together and I'll send that to the customer along with that little stripy hose. But for the meantime, I'll cut this out and I'll show you what I'm doing with that as well before we start it. I've connected the battery, so I've charged it up. So fingers crossed it should start on the button, but I'll record me turning it on for the first time and we'll see how we get on with that. But first off, I want to put these in, so I'm going to cut this and I'll be right back. So if you can see just under here, this is the hole I'm on about. Where you've got the actual vents, they come straight through. You can put your hand down and into the engine bay. Now all I'm going to do is put a little section across here and then bolt it onto these three pieces of thread. And what it'll do is it'll just stop anything from falling through. So I'm going to cut those now and I'll show you what they look like when they're in. Right, so I've now installed this on both sides and it's just bolted on, so it will stop anything getting through the vents and back down and in. So it's a good little optional extra to have. You can leave it open if you want. You don't really see down and into the vents anyway, but that's a nice bit just to get done and sorted, so I'm happy with that. And we can drop it and get it going. Also, I'll show you, I've just cut these two pieces of wood so you can open the bonnet. It gives you enough room to do any work that you need to get done without removing anything. Then everything else here, there's enough room for all to just touch, but without going any higher. So I think that's quite a good option. And obviously we've got the vents that pop out, so that allows us to not have to remove the vents at all. And yeah, everything is just touching, so very handy. But yeah, I'm going to just give those to the customer so he can use those when he does need to get into the engine bay. I've just put the battery in and I've just sorted those two little grills out. So we are going to see if it starts. Just pop that little weight off of there for a minute. Get rid of that. Right. Fingers crossed, it starts first time. It hasn't been started in about 6 weeks. I rolled it in. I started building this at the start of December, so I only had a few days here and there between. So hopefully it starts and there isn't an issue. I don't think there will be, but you never know with DeLoreans. There's always something that can come up. So ignition, bit of a noise. No drips underneath. I think that's all priming, so let's try and start it. Okay. It started, so that's brilliant. Bit smoky, but it's got to push out a load of condensation and moisture. It's been in here for a while. We'll line it up and I'll get it outside. Yeah. Now, it's quite hard to see in this thing, but hopefully, roughly to there, I should be able to line the grills up and get it out. So I'll move the camera, I'll line the boards up and we'll get it out. It is a little bit smoky, but it might be running a little bit lean. Not too sure at the minute, but let's see if that's roughly going to get us out of trouble. Move that out the way. Let's have a little look. I'll get it to the door. Oh. All right, get it to there. And what I'm going to do is just make sure everything is lined up right. So that one's okay. This one could come over to there. Right, let's see how we go on that. Now I just want to go nice and slow, because not only have I got to worry about these bars underneath touching, I've also got to worry about the flux boxes at the bottom, but hopefully there's enough clearance on them. And also the door. Just get everything kind of lined up right. I'll tell you what, she sounds all right. All right, there we are. 15-point turn here now. That's the one thing that some people do on these, is power steering conversion. I think it's a Corsa steering, like a Vauxhall Corsa B steering rack that works really well with this. Right, there we are. And I'll park this over here for a minute just to get it out of the way. So, this is the car outside. Excuse the day, it is a rainy day. But it looks absolutely fantastic in the daylight. I think that looks pretty mean. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Obviously, all the interior, nothing's lit up at the minute because I've just got the actual car on. I'm just going to let it warm up for a while. But all of our white smoke has gone, which is good. And I'll take my microphone off and I'll put it on the stand so you can hear the engine. Yeah, I think that sounds good. And then I added this to the car as well, just as a little note for me. But Back to the Future time machine with the VIN number. This is the number 4 car that I built and my name. So that is on the car. Then we have it all loaded up, good to go to the customer. Cheers, Lucas. And there we have it, that's gone off to the customer. So good build, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.